Yo, what's up? Welcome back for Danganronpa another. Last time... Was this the save? Yeah. Last time we got our motive, which was a desire video. And it seemed like some of us, Monokuma, didn't know what to give, so he just showed us porn, like as a joke. But I think some of us got like actual motives. And then... tensions were rising. Teruya and Haruiko got into a fight at the dining hall. And Kurokawa healed Taira from her her dissociation. I don't know what to call it. And Taira seems fine now, but Kurokawa is like sick. She passed out after doing that. And we had to bring her to her room. And that's the last thing that happened, I think. Now we just need to go to sleep, right? Night. I'm relieved that Tara managed to wake up herself from her mind. Of course, this is not the end yet. The fact that we are in Hope Speak Academy is not changed. We have to find a way out somehow. And with those thoughts, I fell asleep fast. Hello you guys, it's morning, 7 o'clock. Wake up time, let's have a lively day today. Yawn, morning. First, let's go to the dining room. I'll be with them during breakfast this morning. Hello. Maida-kun, hello, you've arrived early. It was really like switching a flip on and off for you, wasn't it? Like you just went from one state to the other. In the dining room, there was a bright Taira smiling. Yes, did you guys sleep well? Maybe it's because Taira's getting lively again, but I'm feeling way better than yesterday. I'm always in a happy mood here. I wonder what's up with the others. They haven't come yet. Did Maida-kun come too soon? It's just 7:10. Is that so? Then let's wait until we all get together. You're alive. Oh boy, it's always hard to wake up early in the morning. Kawashikawa-kun, good morning. Tara, oh right, you feel all better now? Akane Tara feels like she got a complete resurrection, huh? It's gotta be. Seeing Tara's bright smile and starting the day like this gives you a lot of energy. That's a complete black heart. No idea what that means. It's not. All I'm saying is that I'm happy that my colleague returned to normal as well. The other guys aren't here yet? Yeah, but it's a little bit different. Kanada-chan was always at the restaurant before me. Who's Kanada-chan? Kanata? Oh, the surgeon. Yeah. Even the others will be happy to see Tara smile once again. Oh yeah, today I have a suggestion for you guys. I'll say it once again once everyone comes. Suggestion? Yes, after breakfast, Kinjo, Mikaru, and Huehara will gather together to discuss with us. A meeting? About what? I don't really like those other guys. Well, when Maki was still alive, Kinjo gathered everyone and made an intermediate report. This time, the motives already came out, so I'd like to gather everyone for opinions. I see, Maida-kun, that's amazing. I recall Kinjo doing these meetings. I haven't seen that in a hot minute. That's because not long ago he was neglected by saying things no one supported. But we can't do that anymore. It's all in the past, isn't it? I mean, we believe in Maida now. Well, it certainly seems that Tara has regained some vitality in her eyes. Since we have such a bright person like her, it must have her positivity must have conveyed to everyone. By the way, it's getting late for the others. Uh-oh. What time is it now? Around 7:30? Who's dead? I hope Kurokawa's not dead. I like her. Kanata could be dead. Kakeru could be dead. Is this gonna be another double murder? Because obviously case 3 in all the Danganronpa games is always double murder, but is this simply over worrying? I mean, they're humans, so there may be times that this could happen, but what's this anxiety? Let's wait a bit more patiently. I'm sure they'll be here soon. Yeah, okay. No, this is absolutely not overworrying. Even if I'm wrong, something's not right. Everyone in the dining room gradually began to notice that detail. It's getting late. It's already 8 o'clock. What in the world happened? So all of you plus me were here at 7:10. You came like a few minutes later, and we've been here for an hour. Let's stay still for a moment. Who isn't here yet? Kinjo, Mikaru, Uehara, those three are normal. Kurokawa, Yamaguchi, and Inori. Yeah, those last three are the weird ones. You don't have to mention Kinjo. It's already 8 AM and no one's come yet. Oh, okay, you're alive. Good. I'm sorry for being late. Mikako-chan, is your health okay? Yes, but it's been a while. I was too late. I'm sorry. Kurokawa, have you seen anyone besides us when you came here? Hmm? What happened here? Mikako-chan, don't you think it's weird? You came this late, but we're the only ones that arrived at the dining room. Hey, is it okay if we keep waiting like this? Something seems off. Isn't it better if we go and find the others? Yeah, I agree we should go take a look. Yeah, then let's start by looking for Yamaguchi and Inori first. What? Why are we... Oh yeah, cause okay, yeah. Cause Kurokawa, okay, yeah. Somehow this feeling, it feels like it's a feeling that seems like everything is already too late. Inori, are you inside? If you are, please answer me. This is weird. Yamaguchi is silent too. I don't think both of them are in their rooms. Where did they even go at this time? If it's not the dormitory, let's check the school. I think it's best to hurry. Yeah, Kurokawa's right. Guys, let's go find them on the school side. I tried not to let this anxiety get over myself and decided to stay calm and look for them in the school with everyone. Okay, I can actually... Is it... I mean, the obvious thing it wants you to think right now is that Yamaguchi and Kanata are both dead. Which is possible. Could just be another double murder. There seems to be no one on the first floor. I think it would be better to go to the second floor. Okay. I heard someone screaming on the second floor. Was Tsuchuki wrong? Oh. Oh, what? No way. Wait, he's dead? Uehara, wake up. No, he's not dead, right? Uehara, how did this happen? Maeda, I don't really know myself. I came to the second floor and Uehara was down on the floor like this. What's all this? What? Uehara, you're dead? He's still breathing. Ugh. Uehara, are you okay? This is... What happened to me? Hey, Uehara, what happened to you? How did you get hurt like this? I was definitely heading to the library at night. Does anyone know what time it is right now? It's been roughly... I think it's around 8:15. Uehara-kun, let's wipe the blood first. Here's a handkerchief. Okay, this is extremely suspicious from Uehara. Thank you. By the way, Tara, it seems you're getting better. Are you okay now? Yes, thanks to the others. I made up my mind somehow. We can talk about that later. More importantly, what the hell happened here? Uehara, who did this to you? I'm sorry, I don't know either. I remember walking towards the library at night, but suddenly I felt a pain in my head from behind. I can't remember. That means someone attacked Uehara? Well, I guess, but attacking like this is enough to stun someone. Doesn't mean someone was murdered. Yeah, this wasn't a murder attempt. But this could mean that a tragedy is about to happen again. A motive breaks someone's mind and it forces the worst act to try and commit a murder. Wait, where are the others? Where's Kinjo, Mikaru, Inori, and Yamaguchi? What? That sounds like I heard it on the 3rd floor. The 3rd floor? Something else happened upstairs? What the hell is that? Damn it, what should I do? I haven't properly checked the whole 2nd floor yet, and I'm worried about Uehara's condition. You guys, are you looking for the others who didn't arrive at morning's breakfast? Yeah, I'm not sure about Kinjo, but we can't see Inoi or Yamaguchi. Or Mikaru. What happened? Maybe it has something to do with the sound on the 3rd floor, you think? I'll help you guys too. Please let me join your search. But Uehara, aren't you hurt? Will your body handle it? This degree won't be an issue. It's just a slight bump on the back of my head. There's no problem at all? Oh, you said you didn't see Inori? In that case, I need Inori's ability to get the appropriate treatment, so finding her remains the same objective. That's true. Dude, just go to the 3rd floor. Come, what the hell is that noise? It's terrifying. I don't know what it is, but I think we should move quickly. Then let's divide in 2 groups. One group will investigate the 3rd floor. The other will investigate the 2nd floor. Yeah, I think that would be good. Then I'll stay in the 2nd floor and investigate. Yeah, I'll stay in the 2nd floor too. I'm kinda scared of that sound or whatever it is. And I'll be in the 3rd floor group. I'll stay on the 2nd floor. The 2nd floor is wider than the 3rd, so wouldn't it need more people? And I'll stay on the 2nd floor too. Then the rest are going to the 3rd floor with me and Uehara. Neither. Come to the 3rd floor with us. I didn't get to say anything, but I feel pretty determined. Well, it doesn't matter. Now, somehow, we have to quickly secure everyone's status on each room and identify who attacked Uehara. Okay, so the 3 of us are obviously going to find a body. If it's decided, then let's move. I feel uneasy about something. If you find the others, come down here and let us know. Be careful, everyone. I decided to go up to the 3rd floor with Kuroko and Uehara following along. Uehara. Coming to the 3rd floor. From here I can clearly see it's in the art room. It certainly is, so what are we doing? In addition to the art room, I'll have to do a survey elsewhere. Sus. Then shall we act separately here? I'll take a look in the art room. You guys have a look somewhere else. It doesn't matter, but be careful. Maybe the person who attacked me could be here. Honestly, I don't want to believe it. That this is one of us, but we already experienced it twice. The people you've been living with. They tried to kill each other. I'll be okay. Just checking what the sound is. Now then, let's move. The origin of the sound is here. Is someone in the statue? Or in the locker? Oh, someone's trapped in the locker, I guess? The origin of the sound is here. It seems that no one has found it yet. Well, let's first find out what that sound really is. This loud sound is coming from the inside of the locker. An unknown sound and the fear, but more than that, curiosity. I wanted to see what was inside of it. Didn't the same thing happen in the case tree of the first game? Didn't Celeste, like, put the fortune teller, like, locked up in the cabinet or something? And when I opened the door of the locker, there was... Oh my god. Mikaru? She was in a state where the usual neat and refined look was off. Her hair was loose, her blouse was loose, and the glasses were sprawled, and her whole body was bound. That's not her blood, right? The loud sound was made by Mikaru? Why are you like this? Who did this? Not only that, Mikaru was just untired, you idiot. Mikaru was bloody. At first I thought she was like Uehara, but when I looked closely, it looked like this blood wasn't coming from Mikaru. It was from a bloody cloth that was buried inside the locker. Oh, okay, I'll release you now, so don't move too much. Mikaru, what happened here? Before that, give me your right hand. Okay. Come on, shut up quickly and show me your right hand. I couldn't tell why, but I pressed my right hand on Mikaru's hand without delay. Mikaru took a while, wrapping her right hand with my own and looking for something. It's not you either. Mikaru, why did you need my right hand? Nothing you need to know. More importantly, incompetent, tell me what time it is and what's the current situation right now. What? She was incarcerated while being bound by someone, and she's asking about the situation of it as if it's normal for her. Well, it's her, so I guess it's not so random. I think it's roughly 8:25 right now. We got together for breakfast, but some few people were unusually late, and we began to start looking for them. Apparently, your gang is you, Taira, Hariko, Teruya, Satsuki, Mikako, Kanata, and Kakeru, was it? Yes. Who else was missing? In the group we were having breakfast, but Inori and Yamaguchi were missing, and then we found Uehara in the second floor. Kinjiro is also still missing. The doctor and lawyer. Also, if I may ask, Mikari, what happened to you? I never expected you to be in such a situation. Shut up, forget everything you saw, it's embarrassing. Yeah, it was definitely my fault. I didn't realize I was going to be targeted so suddenly. You were attacked? By who? Well, you'll soon find out who it is. The one who dared to touch me. I'll leave them with the greatest regret in their life. And what's this bloody locker about? This blood isn't from Mekaru, right? You don't know? Hey, we don't have time to be chatting. When I heard the situation from you, I believe this is a very climactic moment. I'm going to investigate. Mekaru, wait a minute. Damn it, what the hell is going on? Well, at least I've confirmed that Mekaru is safe, so let's go find the others. Suddenly, as I was looking at this, I felt a chill. The fact that there's blood means that there's someone who shed this blood. I mean, not necessarily. It could be like a pig, like in case 5 of the first game. Let me drink some water. Mekaru, hang on a second. Huh? What else do you want? I don't have the luxury to talk to you right now, you hear me? Can't you figure out the situation already? That's not it. I just wanted to know what Mekaru was doing last night. Wow, I know how stupid you are, but if you don't feel sorry for your friend's life, then don't mind running around and... Then you shouldn't mind running around and... Then you how do you... Then you should be running around and not talking to me right now. What does that mean? A life? I would... A body has been discovered! No way. It was uncertain in my voice, but in my mind, I fully understood, word by word. Uehara being attacked by someone, Mekaru imprisoned, in a bloody locker. The puzzle was completed with all the conditions set to the worst possible outcome. And right after that... No BDA? What's this? Someone screamed. Maeda. Mekaru. I found one. Kurokawa. It seems you encountered some problems. Definitely. Please, help me. To the science lab. You need help? Why are you in the science lab? Looks like something happened. Since it's an emergency, I'll help you out. Move. Yes. Kurokawa's complexion didn't look so good, and that made me even more anxious. I really wonder what's going on. What's happening in the science lab? Could it be related to that scream earlier? Maeda, you're here. It looks like you found Mekaru too. I want to ask about what happened. About that sound, but for now, we have a bigger issue on our hands. Also, as you may have guessed, Kurokawa went to the casino and I tried to investigate the science lab, but the door wouldn't open. I heard a scream in the science lab while trying to open the door. Oh! Maeda, help us here. The 4 of us joined forces and pushed the door of the science lab, but it didn't even budge. It felt different from simply being locked with a padlock. It was as if something was blocking the door. I can't, it's not moving at all. Someone screamed from inside, so Kanata probably is still alive? Well, what do we do? Should we go back with the others on the 2nd floor? But we heard a scream in here. Are we going to just leave it at that? We can't just give up. Just bash it in. Another scream. Who is it? And what's going on in there? That sound. Can you hear it? When I listened to Kurokawa's word and focused on the sounds the science lab made, I heard a strange and unusual sound. This is a water sound, isn't it? water. It sounds like something is flowing when I hear it. Well, what do we do if the door doesn't open? Is it all in vain? Hey, come here for a minute, you people. Hikaru pointed and looked closely at the blurry window on the door of the science lab. You stupid fools, the sliding door is blocked with something from the inside. It'll never open. I thought it was weird, but I also thought that something was wrong. They blocked it with something? Are you saying the inside is closed? But then it would be even more difficult to open the door. That's not gonna happen. Yeah, just break the window. As Mikaru said that, she then raised her elbow to the door of the science lab to break the window. She's so based. Mikaru, are you sure you can do that? Is it not considered vandalism? It's okay, the vandalism is caused by force majeure, which involves in the incident. In Monokuma's eyes, that is. Okay. As she said that, she put her arm inside the broken window, shoving the thing that was blocking the door. Can't you do something simple as this? Incompetent ones? No, it's unlocked. Open it. Like Mikaru said, the door to the science lab opened with a sound, and the first thing we discovered was... water. What is this? Water? When I opened the door to the science lab, a lot of water flowed from the inside. The inside was full of water, and when we entered the room, it was in a watery state, so that at least your ankles were submerged? Really? The water in the science lab is what's going on. When we were trying to check the state of the room, don't go in, stay away from the water. Oh, it's electrocuted, right? Mikaru saw it urgently in a serious mood, and I unknowingly stood up. That was the sound of her. I unknowingly stood up away from the water pit on the science lab. Why, Mikaru? This is how they end up. If you're curious, look inside the science lab. You'll understand what I mean. Mikaru's voice sunk, like it was subdued. When Mikaru, who is usually hard to beat, makes a voice like this, it can only mean that she witnessed someone's death. Being careful not to be touching the water pit quietly, I moved my gaze to the science lab. The scenery that came into my view from there. It was horrifying. It was utter despair. Jesus, that's brutal. Oh, that's fucking brutal. Jesus. She was like, did she drown or was she electrocuted in the water? It looks like this. That's a horrible way to go. Jesus. Her whole body's tied up and burned out. The body of Kanata Inori, the ultimate surgeon. It was an unbelievable despair. Okay, we're gonna find a second corpse because it didn't switch into deadly life like the chapter thing. Did it do that in the previous chapters? It did, right? I feel like we're gonna find Kakeru's corpse pretty soon. This is alive, right? Was she alive like a few seconds ago? If we had just like opened the door earlier, she would have been fine. Why is Inori? Why is she? I couldn't accept the scene that was in front of my eyes. But as soon as I was able to face reality, by a sense. It's like a grilled squid, but that smell was even more nauseous. The smells like burning flesh. There's no BDA, so she's still alive, by the way. You should go help her. Ugh. Unbelievable. Inori. It felt like a dream scene. Go help her! Because Inori, who was smiling brightly with us until yesterday and talking to us, became like this. Inori, who was so kind to us. As a doctor, Inori, who worked very hard to take care of everyone's health. It was then that the sound reminded me that this was a reality. Okay, never mind. A body has been discovered. After a certain amount of time has passed, the class trial will begin. The body discovery announcement. That means there's zero possibility that she's alive. Kanata Inori is dead. Why? Why? Who the hell would do this? Why, you ask? It's only natural. I don't know who yet. There's a person who wants to get out of here by any means. This is nonsense. Leaving us so suddenly. There wasn't even time to save her? I'm really sorry, Inori. Even so, the body was found. Why don't we start searching? We need to prepare. Prepare, search. It's starting again. A class trial. That's right. We have to face this terrible despair once again. If we cannot identify the culprit who killed Inori, then we will all face punishment due to the class trial's reckless rules. Did you mention that the rest of the people are downstairs? They must have heard the BDA, so they'll come here soon. If you don't want to die, get ready to investigate. Yes, there's no time to even be sad. It was the same when Maki and Tomori died. Once again, we have to overcome sadness. We must overcome despair. However, this despair will not end with this. See parentheses 5. It was no ordinary despair. Another BDA? Oh, okay. A body has been discovered. After a certain amount of time has passed, the class trial will begin. Is it possible that this time there's gonna be 2 different culprits? Huh? Wasn't it the BDA again? No, something's wrong, right? Inori's body BDA just rang, right? Why is there another announcement? There's only one thing I can think of. This is quite unprecedented. What are you talking about? Kurokawa? I have a bad feeling. We should join with the others on the 2nd floor. What happened, I may already know. But until I check it out with my own eyes, I won't believe it. There's no way. Such a worse situation should never have happened. Oh, Jesus. You guys didn't see this? Just like standing in the hallway? It took you this long to find this? Is Tara Otori? Maeda-kun. What's going on? What happened to you? That's blood. Tara and Otori appeared astonished in front of the library as they stood there. The front of the library was covered in blood. The huge amount of it in the bloody locker I saw in the art room. It all started to overlap a little in my head. Obviously, Inori didn't have any noticeable trauma. The BDA ranked twice. Tara's party hasn't seen Inori's body yet. I'm so appalled. To me, who was desperate to know, Tara quietly pointed at the library with a finger. Quietly, breathing deeply as to not indulge reason in my mind, and opening the door to the library, no matter what I see here. After prepared to open the door, and what I saw on the other side was... Without betraying my expectations, the despair in the library greeted me. Yeah. His neck was slashed, looks like. Looks like his body was dragged because of this. Lying in a pool of blood was the body of the ultimate lawyer, Kakeru Yamaguchi. The body of the ultimate lawyer, Kakeru Yamaguchi, was greeting me. Maeda-kun, wake up! Tara? I think I've lost consciousness for a while. That was because of watching so many shocking scenes back and forth. I was in front of Yamaguchi's dead body in the library, and there was Tara in between. Hey, what's the situation right now? I was worried because Maeda-kun found Yamaguchi-kun's body and you went silent. Sorry. Maeda-kun's party went to the 3rd floor to investigate, came back and found Yamaguchi-kun's corpse, and now everyone else went to the infirmary to take care of Uehara and Kinjo-kun. Kinjo? What's wrong with Kinjo? Did you guys find him? Oh yes, I'll explain what happened. Our investigation on the 2nd floor. Our team found a pit of blood in front of the library while investigating the power room, training room, etc. I went into the library, but Yamaguchi-kun and Kinjo-kun were both covered in blood, and they were both on the floor. Even Kinjo was covered in blood? Yes, at first I was surprised. I feared they both died, because the BDA rang twice, and I thought Kinjo died as well, and he was treated as a corpse count. Oh, I see. That's not right. Another BDA rang because we discovered another body found by us. I heard that we're talking about Kanada-chan. It's all too painful to lose so many friends in a single night. But we can't grieve now. I haven't started my investigation yet, but I'll come back to talk about it at the class trial soon. So let's do our best, Maeda-kun. We don't know who it is, but there's probably one of us who killed 2 of our friends. I couldn't even look at the body due to the shock of the death of Inoi and Yamaguchi, and Tara's eyes seemed full of solid determination, even though it was mixed with sadness. Okay. It's Uehara, right? It has to be Uehara. It's the killer. Who else could it even be? The only other people it could be are Satsuki, Haruiko, and Otori. Those 4 are the only ones it could be. Because there's no it's Akane, there's no it's Kinjo, there's no it's Mikaru. And that's everyone. And there's no it's Kurokawa. It could be Kurokawa. I would be very surprised. I don't think it's Kurokawa. Even though it was mixed with sadness. No, it could be Kurokawa. There's 5. I shouldn't exclude Kurokawa. There's 5 suspects. Tara, you've gotten stronger. It's the same for all of you. You have to overcome the death of our friends. You guys are stronger than me. Why, I'm just shocked and trembling. Tara. No, I'm not strong. That's a lie. That's a lie! But what was said to me yesterday from Mikako-chan made me realize what I had to do. I was saved by Yama-chan in exchange for her life, right? So I vowed that no matter what, I wouldn't die here. To be sure to survive here and to repay Yama-chan's wish. Tara. Oh, don't get me wrong, that doesn't mean I'll go killing. It means that I want to escape with everyone together. I know, don't worry. However, surprisingly, while talking with Tara, it seems my worries have calmed down a little. It feels like she could really get out of here someday. If she worked together with us. I felt the same way. Yeah, by the way, everyone's late. You said they were treating Uehara and Kinjo. Uehara was fortunate enough that it was a light wound, but what about Kinjo? I didn't see him. I'm not sure. He was unconscious even after being taken into the infirmary. What? It looks like he had a big head wound. Besides, in this case, we had to take the role of Kanata-chan and apply the first aid by ourselves. This is a bad enough situation as it is. Oh, they're here. Yeah, oh, are you okay now, Maeda? You look pretty bad. Ah, yes, somehow. By the way, did you all know about the VDAs? Not only Yamaguchi in the library, but Inoi on the 3rd floor was also dead? This is too cruel. Poor girl. It is regrettable, but what has already happened is irreversible, so we have no choice in the matter. We have to find the killer in order to live. Oh, where's Kinjo-kun? Uehara-kun seems to be fine now. Kinjo is still in a coma. There's no sign of him waking up, so we gave him first aid and put him on the infirmary bed. I'm worried. But was the first aid effective? I thought it would be difficult because Inoi was missing. Well, to be specific, I didn't do anything, and Notori was the one who applied it. I couldn't do it either, so I just organized the supplies and handed him. I handed him the first aid kit. That's a little surprising, Otori-kun. You have more talent than we thought you had? I can't tell if it's a compliment or an insult. Well, I've also sold medical products in the first place, so yeah, I have the knowledge. But compared to Inori, it's not even close. 2 friends have died, and we have no choice but to investigate this. Some tried to lighten up the mood more than usual, to get as much energy as possible. Thanks to that, the situation seemed to improve, however little it could. Woohoo! Everyone seems to have gathered, so it's okay to show up? Not Kinjo. It's everyone's idol, Monokuma friends, Mono. I really want to hit this bear real hard. You finally showed up, Monokuma. Why are you so late? Oh, Pukuhu, sorry, I tried to show up right away and give it to you, but you guys made things even more complex. You tried to give it? Yes, a body was found, you know? 2 of them, too. The Monokuma file Tree 1 should not be given. Tree -1? This time there are 2 victims in particular, so I prepared 2 Monokuma files. Tree 1 belongs to Yamaguchi-kun, and Tree 2 belongs to Miss Inori. Hey, does that number mean anything? For example, order of death? Very, very good point by Mikari. What do you... how do you guess that? It would be fun to say that, but it's not really in that sense. The number attached to the Monokuma file is based on all the members gathered, and is only 1 because all the members are gathered in the current library. Sure. Not all of them because Super Cop is missing. Kinjo-kun is on a trip to Dreamland, so he can't help it, sadly. But this toy is making the mood brighter for no reason. It is unfortunate that the murder happened in the morning, but that's why it burns more. Isn't that right? Now then, I'll be going on ahead and leave the next Monokuma file next to the other body. I hope you will do your best for your sacrificed friends. Boo-hoo. Now wait a minute, even so, don't you think it's too much to say that the culprit killed 2 people? Huh? If a culprit murdered this way, there could be many he could just kill everyone. Yeah. There could be more victims in the future. If they commit 3 or 4 murders, we'll all die. That sounds like it, but that's what I want to ask too. The situation was quite unexpected for me too. If slaughter is allowed as a rule, a crazy person can continue to commit serial killings, right? That's a good point, I never really thought about that. That's crazy, you're completely irresponsible. Does it really matter? Serial murder is an event that can't be left out of the mystery, right? Blocking such thrilling and heart-pounding events is a sin too. What? That doesn't matter at all. Just being exposed to the horror of murder makes someone crazy enough. And now you can be a serial murderer? Alright, then I'll add it to the school rules. It is forbidden to kill another person after an investigation has taken place. And there can be only up to 2 people the Blacking can kill. Now, are we done yet? You should erase the up to 2 people. It can't be held because this killer has already killed Yamaguchi-kun and Misunori. Okay, so he's confirming that it wasn't 2 separate killers. It was really 1 person. So 2 people are fine. Serial killing is so much fun that it can't be missed. How much do you like serial killings? This means that it was the same person. Yep, just what I said. This means that it was the same person who killed Kakeru and Kanata? What do you mean? What I mean is criminal A kills Kakeru and criminal B kills Kanata. However, looking at Monokuma's words, that possibility disappeared. Yes, well, it looks so novel and interesting. Unfortunately, I can't allow that. Even if 2 cases happen at the same time, if the person who committed the first murder comes out, I will personally stop the second one myself. Okay. Well, even if there are 2 criminals, there wouldn't be just 1 or 2 difficulties in the class trial. The overlapping object of murder converges to 0 in the first place. What? Whatever. You would ask me to do something about what can you do? In the end, this is a game. The people who play it would have to be blown the hell out of it. So this is how it really goes. You guys, please do your research. See you at the class trial. Eventually, as usual, Monokuma only said what it needed to say and disappeared. As Monokuma disappeared, there was a moment of silence in the library. Hey you guys, I heard it earlier. You said that Tsurugi Kinjo was in a coma? Huh? Yeah. He's on the bed in the infirmary. So what about Kinjo-kun? If you can't wake up for the class trial like this, some water. I think Monokuma will handle that. It's a bit painful that a brain like Kinjo couldn't investigate and proceed to a trial. Idiots, you will soon come to the realization of you all, who only dependent on the psycho cop. We'll show you we can handle it. Is that right? Me and you guys have fundamentally different ways of thinking. As evidence of that, I have already completed the investigation of the library and about the body of Kakeru Yamaguchi. As for you guys, you only went to the infirmary, so what did you do? So what, are you trying to brag about it? Oh, I'm worried about you getting in my way. Criminal, I don't know who you are, but you think you're pretty intelligent, aren't you? Aiming for Tsurugi Kinjo. Now then, you better try your best. I'm going to the science lab, so don't disturb me. Mikaro left the library and we nodded, facing each other. Everyone is the same, with the pain of losing 2 of our friends. However, as always, you have to overcome it. If the criminal is uncovered in the class trial and survives the situation, we won't have to face the same end. It is natural that I want to sit down and feel sorry, but I've already experienced it twice. Again, we have to overcome it, because I have no choice but to. Because it must be done, we have to stay determined. Alright. First, let's summarize the basis for this case. This time, unlike the previous 2 incidents, there are 2 victims and the places where the bodies were found were also at quite a distance. The library on the 2nd floor and the science room on the 3rd floor. Overall, there's a need for a large-scale investigation going back and forth between the 2nd and 3rd floor. About tools, I don't know yet, but as previous experience, the killer may have procured tools, etc. from different places. As Makaru said, Kinjo's very helpful in cases. It's embarrassing. Even if you ask Makaru, I don't think she would answer any questions for us. No, I shouldn't give up just because we don't have Kinjo with us. We may wake up soon, and we must do everything we can without Kinjo. The investigation radius has been roughly organized. Then, as always, let's begin with the Monokuma files. The estimated time of death of the victim, Kakari Yamaguchi, is about 8:40? 8:40, really? Isn't 8:40 like when we found Kanata's body? He like just died, like literally he had just died then. With a sharp cut on the back of the neck to the uvula, the weapon is presumed to be something sharp, but no other visible trauma. The back of the neck. The body was dragged. As usual, although it is a Monokuma file with so little information. If the time of death is at 8:40, it was right after we found Inori's body. Yeah! If so, Inori died before Yamaguchi. Are we saying that Yamaguchi was killed while everyone was like searching the second floor? As it turns out that Inori was still screaming faintly when we were standing at the door of the science lab, which proves she was alive until then, and this means Inori and Yamaguchi were killed almost simultaneously in real time. Yeah, it makes sense that they were murdered. No, hold on. Isn't it a little strange? When you opened the door to the science lab, only a large amount of water flooded the corridor, and there was no other person in it. Remotely murdered, was it? Yes, she was obviously electrocuted in the water. I haven't seen Inori's Monokuma file yet, so I wouldn't be able to confirm it for sure. But Yamaguchi's intake is said to be something sharp, and there's a cut deep enough to cut the entire neck. Jesus. But can this kind of wound be done remotely? No, obviously Inori was the one who was killed. Okay, Uehara is looking more and more suspicious. The people on the second floor were Uehara, Kurokawa, Otori, and Horihiko. Kinjo too, I guess, was passed out in the library. But if this is what's called a real-time murder, maybe there's a possibility that someone was investigating the second floor, pretending to find the body after killing Yamaguchi on the spot. Yeah. Even with this kind of suspicion, I'm so rotten. But this is not a joke, so I have to rule out any kind of scenario. It was this kind of wound, and there was no other trauma involved, so it seems that this must have been an immediate death. This is what I can infer from the Monokuma file so far. Well, for now, let's search the library and science lab, focusing on the Monokuma file. If we talk to the others, I might discover something too. New scroll has been added. It's forbidden to kill someone again while murder is taking place and the investigation has begun. In addition, only up to 2 people can be killed by 1 person. Okay. So at the very, assuming this rule was in place, works even before it was established, then that means that at least Kakeru needed to have been killed before the BDA for Kanata's body played. Victim was Kakeru Yamaguchi. 840. Sharply cut from the back to shooting shot. Okay. Uehara seems extremely suspicious. Very, very suspicious. It almost feels too obvious, honestly. There's literally, because like, if you think about it, so many people were attacked. Kakeru was killed. Kanata was killed. Mikaru was assaulted. Was like tied up. Kinjo was assaulted and was like passed out. And Uehara supposedly was also assaulted and was like passed out for the entire night. I mean, Kinjo's story is obviously the least credible. Because we found Kinjo, like he is actually passed out, and we found him on, like next to the body. I assume this is where he was, where there's this blood spot over here. And Mikaru was actually tied up in the locker, and obviously you can't tie yourself up in the locker. Meanwhile, Uehara, who's just like chilling in the hallway, and when we found him, was like, "Oh, I just woke up. What time is it?" That's so obviously suspicious that it feels too obvious. But Uehara is definitely like by far #1 suspect right now. Okay, if we assume it isn't Uehara, Uehara might be an accomplice. I don't know why he would be. It would make sense that there would be an accomplice because it seems like a shit ton of things to do for one person. Like that, this one person must have tried to attack like half the school, like half the people left alive. Don't think Kurokawa did anything still. Really don't. I really don't. I really don't. She did come late to the dining hall though. I don't think you two were also investigating the second floor. I really don't think you're involved. Maybe I'm wrong about that. If one of you is involved, I would think you, Tori is. I think you are more likely than you. Okay, let's investigate. What's this blood spot? Right next to me is Yamaguchi, whose blood goes all around the library. It's not that strange that there could be blood spots in the library following this idea, but this blood spot looked kinda different. It's the only one away from Yamaguchi's corpse. This blood spot is. Hey Mada, what are you doing sitting on the floor? Okawashikawa, do you know where this blood stain comes from? It's Kinjo, right? Oh right, that's where Kinjo fell, yeah. This is the place you found it? Well, when we entered the library, Yamaguchi was there, as you can see, and Kinjo was lying in that position and unconscious. You don't know because you didn't see Kinjo here. That's right, I heard that Kinjo was struck in the head and bleeding, but you mean he spilled this much blood? You thought it was a joke? Otori had to disinfect and bandage him, so it's okay for now. But at first, I really thought he was dead. Kinjo was lying in this position, and I can't imagine that Kinjo knocked down... Can't imagine that Kinjo knocked down someone else's head in the back. When and how the killer attacked Kinjo is stunning. And if it's enough to make you bleed this much, why did they stop with only that? Yamaguchi and Nori were the only ones who were killed, even though there was an obvious malice behind it. The fact that the blacking can kill up to 2 people was added later as a rule. The criminal wouldn't have known about this. If Kinjo wakes up, I should ask him. Is there any way Kinjo fucking hit himself on the back of the head? Step unconscious a little further away from the body. Yamaguchi. There seems to be no struggle signs. Yamaguchi's body. Stack. I think one of the victims... No, does that make sense? I was thinking, did one of the victims do some of the actions that we're attributing to the murder? Like, was it one of the victims, probably Kakeru, that tied up Mikaru, maybe? We're gonna see when we check their hands, because Mikaru said something about the hand. Probably because she remembered that from when she was captured. And maybe Kakeru hit Kinjo on the back of the head any later, and Kakeru was like standing here about to kill him, but then no, he must have been he was killed outside the library. He was probably killed in front of the library because that's where all the blood splatter was, and then he was dragged in here. And was stabbed on the back. So his neck was slashed, like seemingly as he was walking into the library. And he died like a few, like literally while the investigation was happening. Where was he before that? It said he had no other like anything on his body. He only had the cut on his neck. So it's not like he was passed out somewhere. He must have been conscious. Let's investigate more. Damn it, Yamaguchi and Inori are dead. I couldn't even say goodbye. Even so, we have to survive for them. Okay, let's do some more research. There may be something in the bookshelf. Yeah, for sure, man. You keep looking over there. So leave this place to me. Yeah, you got it, man. Good luck. I want to know more about how the investigation on the second floor went down. Killing two people at the same time. How heinous is this person, this killer? Of course that's on me. Don't doubt it. Date bayo? Okay. Yamaguchi's corpse stretches loosely on the floor of the library. In contrast to his sloppy body, it was droopy, his pupils were loose, and he felt empty. This is a man's death. I've seen many times already, real people dying. You've never seen a man's death before. I guess you've seen Mitch being executed. Yamaguchi, you were the one who we talked to just yesterday. There's no time to be sad, even for Yamaguchi. We must find out who made him like this. I've decided to investigate Yamaguchi's body. I felt something hard and cold. According to the Monokuma file, it said that he was cut by something sharp. Indeed, there was a terrible wound that I could see with my eyes open. Yamaguchi's neck was completely cut out from the back neck to the front. But it's surprising that it wasn't cut completely. Barely a piece of flesh was left attached. Jesus. I put up with the nausea that came up and looked at the wound. I've heard that the injured area is ravenously tore by something like a knife. Was ravenously torn by something like a knife or tool that's usually roughened. But in Yamaguchi's case, it was cut neatly, as if you were cutting paper with a cutter knife. Oh, the surgeon! Kanata! No, I'm not even gonna say that. I can't see anymore, so terrible. Poor Yamaguchi, he's spilling a lot of blood. Like Tomori. Huh? As my stomach was shaking inside, I suddenly felt uncomfortable. Surely, blood in the library is no joke. It ran from the corridor to the body of Yamaguchi, and it was also protruding from Yamaguchi's body. Yamaguchi's neck isn't bleeding anymore. Looking at the Monokuma file, it said that there were no other visible traumas other than neck wound, then this tremendous amount of blood flows from the neck only. Yamaguchi's time of death is 8:40. From this wound, immediate death is certain, so even if the wound started bleeding from then, it's not past even an hour, but why is the blood no longer flowing out from his throat? When I recall the words of Inori, who's no longer here, it seems that after the heart stops, blood circulation also stops. So in this case of immediate death, the blood should flow even less. But isn't it too early? In a similar case, when I investigated Tomori's corpse, there was a little blood coming out from her. However, in contrast, Yamaguchi's body looked very dry already. Hang on, let me look at the Monokuma file again. It's been less than an hour since blood is spilled, but the blood already dries up. I knew something was wrong, but there was no way to think about it anymore because there wasn't Inori or Kinjo who had professional insight on these matters. Inori can't speak to us anymore, but Kinjo's still alive. I should ask him if he wakes up. Okay, I want to look at the Monokuma file. Did I get tricked? Okay, yeah, I got tricked. It never says what the cause of death is. It says he was cut on the back of the neck and there's no other visible trauma. It doesn't say that was the cause of death. Okay, so he was probably poisoned? Well, no, it says the time of death was 8:40. But it doesn't say that the cut was the cause of death. Because if his heart stopped, then he's dead, right? Like... Are we saying if he was unconscious for a while and then his hang on, let me... If you look into Yamaguchi's body, it has been in the Monokuma file. Why is this like redrawn? Why is it not just using the art that was already there? As in the Monokuma file, his neck was cut deep enough to be almost amputated. However, no more blood came out of the wound. It's not long after his death. Even so, why did he already have so much bleeding? Is there anything else in the library? Oh, the blood trail? Sure. It's a huge blood trail from Yamaguchi's body to the library door. Was this all Yamaguchi's blood? There's something wrong with this. It's a terrible amount to look at, but I've seen a situation similar to this. It was dark back then, so I couldn't see well. Tamori said such tremendous amount of blood and died. However, there are more from Yamaguchi's in terms of quantity, really. Because his blood leaked. Because Tamori stayed alive for like hours after, like an hour after being stabbed. So that's why there was so much blood. Was Yamaguchi just covered in blood and this just like rubbed off on the floor when he was being dragged? This blood leads all the way to the corridor. There's also this, in Tamori's case, there were 2 wounds, one in the neck and the other in the stomach. It was also discovered several hours after death, so it was already bleeding. Less than an hour after death, and no matter how deeply you're injured, can this amount of blood come out of your neck? Not only that, the shape of the blood is also a little strange. This shape looks as if the body of Yamaguchi was brought into the library from outside. Yeah. I'll check this out for a bit. Huh? When I slightly lifted Yamaguchi's body and looked at the floor where he was laying down, I immediately felt a sense of discomfort. If the corpse was brought from outside, there should be no blood under Yamaguchi's corpse. Okay, so yeah, it was someone else's blood. But that's what I see here. Blood spots are also over Yamaguchi's body. Thanks to that, Yamaguchi's stomach and chest are wet with blood. The shape of the bleeding itself certainly feels like dragging the corpse to the floor from the outside. So there can be no blood left under the corpse like this. Now before that, if there's blood under the body, this means that there was blood here before Yamaguchi fell. Is that right though? However, Inori didn't really seem to have bled. Then this blood must be Yamaguchi's. I don't really know, but I noticed something strange about the situation with the blood sea in the library and Yamaguchi's body. I'll mark it down and discuss it with the others after class trial. Why did it change like the sprite? Looks like it glitched out after I investigated it, and now it uses the same sprite again and again. I'm gonna end here for now. Hang on, let me think. Whose blood could that be? Uehara? Uehara didn't bleed this much, right? We don't have any animals at the school to use to make fake blood. There was even more blood in the locker where Mikaru was locked up. So it didn't. I've definitely honed it on that. The Monokuma file didn't say that that was the cut on the neck. So I think he was poisoned because there was poison in the science lab. I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure they mentioned that. So He was cut after he died? Whose blood is this? Does someone just have like a giant fucking gash on their chest that's like spewing out blood that they're just hiding? What the fuck happened? Kenjo didn't bleed this much. Uehara didn't seem like he was bleeding that much, right? I mean, Uehara is still by far the most suspicious person. Let's not get that twisted. I'm stuck on this. I don't know where this blood could come from. It's either, there's two solutions. Either one, someone like got really fucked up when fighting with one of the victims and got hurt really bad, and they spew blood everywhere, and this was an attempt at covering that. In which case, Uehara is suspicious because you obviously had like at least a head wound on him. Maybe he had more that we didn't see, that he had already treated. Or the second option is some shenanigans were done with Kakuru's body to just make him bleed a shit ton. But no, because it said there was already blood under his body when he was dragged here, or when he fell here, whichever one happened. I don't know. I need to think about this. I'm gonna end here for now. Alright, thanks for watching. See you.